How do you feel about Mixer Noodle? I don't know. I assume like this is in the context of like Shroud leaving and stuff. In my experience, Mixer has always been the worst platform in terms of like views. I don't know, like when I looked over at the TF2 section on Mixer, I saw literally 2 people watching and 1 stream going. Now, the 1 stream might be like, okay, you know what, if I'm, you know, the only other streamer, then that's pretty good. But it doesn't matter since there's only 2 people watching. And now you could say, well, you know, YouTube's in a similar situation, right? Because there aren't that many people streaming it and not many people watching TF2 live streams on YouTube, right? But that's the difference right there, is that on YouTube you still get recommended in videos if you're live streaming. So I think that's really the major difference with Mixer and YouTube, is that on Mixer, yeah, there's not many people watching TF2 live streams, and there aren't that many streamers, and the same goes for YouTube as well. But on YouTube you still get recommended in videos, and so there's still like a huge audience there that you can reach for like YouTube TF2 streams and stuff. But on Mixer, like, where are the views going to come from? I meant more as a streaming platform. I mean, if you're not talking about views, then it's pretty cool. The super low latency feature is nice to have. I mean, you can really do some interesting stuff with the interactive portion of Mixer, and now we have 3 Angies, go figure. Like, you can set it up, I know, in certain games, so that, for example, if you're playing Minecraft, right, you can install a mod so that if people spend some like stream currency on your stream, then you can make it spawn a zombie in game and stuff. And stuff like that's cool. But, you know, out of support games it's kind of tough. You could probably make like a keybind sort of thing so that it's compatible with other games. Like, you might be able to set something up in TF2 where like, okay, bind this key to kill in console, and then whenever someone presses the button under your stream, it makes you press that button and explode. So there's some interesting stuff you can do with that, but I don't know. What I really want out of streaming is just a community, right? I don't care if I get like 1 million views or something. What I really care about is like talking with people in chat. If there's people in chat, then I'm happy. So I guess in that sense it matters, like, you know, whichever, I guess it, you know, whatever side I get the most views on would technically be better. But I don't know, that's what I want. But it doesn't really matter beyond that extent. So for Mixer, at least with TF2, and probably with more games as well, there's just not as much people watching as there are on Twitch or YouTube. So for me, even though that it doesn't matter to me as much, if it's like for example, I'm getting what, 5 people are watching the stream right now. Let me get all my stuff back up. I had to minimize a bunch of stuff to get to that. But 5 people are watching the stream right now on YouTube. That's pretty good. That's probably better than the stream would do on Twitch. And that means like there's more people chatting and stuff. And to me that means that YouTube's a better platform for that reason alone, because even though that I'm not concerned with views, I do like interaction more. So the more interaction there is, that's better for me. With Mixer, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, it is somewhat about the views in that case. If that makes sense. Because if no one's watching, there's no one chatting. Yeah. I just don't really think it's worth it that much. And you know, people are saying, oh well, Ninja and Shroud coming over are going to bring a lot more people. And I don't know. I think that that's true to some extent, but are they going to be people who are going to watch a TF2 stream, for example? Probably not. Are they going to be people that watch Apex like Legends? Maybe. But are they going to... But then if you're bringing over people who are going to watch like a saturated category, then you're also sort of out of luck, because you're also competing with big streamers just like on any other platform. So, I don't know. For me, it's like Ninja and Shroud are going to bring over people who are interested in saturated categories anyway. So I don't really think they're going to be that big. I don't think they're really going to be necessarily be the best for like small streamers for that reason. Especially if they're streaming, because who's going to watch, like, if you're streaming Apex Legends, who's going to watch you when Shroud's playing Apex Legends, right? I mean, not to be rude or anything, but let's be honest here. Honestly, Mortis, I think you worry about that too much. I don't think you give yourself enough credit for, like, the content you make. Because the fact is, no one would be watching you if your content wasn't entertaining. I mean, it's not D-Live. There's really no reason for people to watch if you're not entertaining. Alright. I want to hang out, talk with my community, and try my best to make a good content on stream. But yeah. I mean, as much as, like, I hate to say it, numbers do matter there a bit. Like, you know, I mean, it might sound like, oh, I'm just looking for, you know, the most viewers because I want the biggest amount of fame or whatever. But when you're so small, like, the difference between platforms can literally mean, like, no one talking in chat and, like, 3 people talking in chat, you know? Like, if I streamed on Mixer now, and I know this because I've tried streaming on Mixer twice, I would probably get no one watching the stream. And so no one would be talking. And so if no one watches the stream, then there's no point in streaming. But here on YouTube, I can get like 5 people watching, and then that means like 2 people chatting in stream. So just from a mathematical standpoint, that means YouTube's better, because it gets me closer to that goal. I mean, if I could get, like, I don't know, and I'm going to end the stream here in a sec, but if I could, for example, get like 10 people chatting in stream in the chat at any given time, regardless of what platform I'm on, that's different. But right now, since we're sort of small streamers, switching platforms can literally be the difference between no one talking in chat and like someone talking in chat. So I mean, to me, that's different than just going for whichever gets you the most views. Because the difference can be so stark for such a small streamer. And that's why I enjoy streaming on YouTube, because I get more people interacting in chat than I do on Twitch and Mixer. And that's not like, you know, a greedy thing. That's not me looking for the most popularity. That's just the difference between you know, a stream being worth it and a stream not being worth it.